Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are doing amazing. Today we're flying from here in New York to Jacksonville, Wyoming, one of my absolute favorite places in the world. 5 hours of flight time, 45,000 feet. Come sit right here with me, be my co-pilot. Let's go flying. Alright everyone, welcome on board. It's going to be a long flight today, a good one. We're going to our favorite place. About 5 hours and 2 minutes is what we're showing right now, so let's get the show rocking and rolling. Alright, initialization's been completed. CVR we do not have. Alright, parking brake is set. Alright, chocks are removed, cabin door I closed it. Passenger briefing, citation mom's in the back, she's briefed. Seat belts and pedals are adjusted and secured. And engine instruments all look good. AC is off. Alright, we'll start number 2. Clear right. 2. Give them the sign. Here we go. Alright, we have N2. Induce the fuel. There's ignition. And light off. N1 rotation. Alright, the relay's out. Gonna get a CAS message, there we go. Alright, clear left. Number 1. Alright. We got N2, and induce the fuel. There's ignition. Fuel flow, light off. Nice cool start today. It is freezing cold here in New York, so it makes sense. Alright, the relay's out. We're going to wait for the engine to stabilize. Alright, disconnect the GPU.
Alright, the GPU is disconnected. We're going to do the gen check here, so left gen, that takes everything. Then parallel. Now the right gen takes everything. Parallel, battery off, gens hold everything, and back to on. Alright, aileron and rudder trim, centered and centered. Flight controls. Up, down,
Westchester ground to Mexico Papa Zero, South Charlie, out of 9, go to million now.
Flaps.
Cheers, 252 Papa Foxtrot, Westchester ground, millionaire, taxi
down,
via Kilo,
speed brake, up, and down.
Via Kilo, Mike.
Alright, ice protection systems not needed. Avionics are checked and set. Westchester 8 departure, up to 3,000 feet. Takeoff data is posted. 101, 103, 113, 130. Altimeter is 2969 on ATIS Lima. Landing field elevation is set for Jacksonville. We love to see it. 6,451 feet. Messages are normal. Aft divider is open, and let's rock and roll. Westchester ground, good afternoon. Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot Atlanta East. Information Lima. Taxi, please.
Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, Westchester ground, runway 34, taxi via Alpha, hold short, runway 29.
Alright, runway 34 Alpha and hold short 29 to Romeo Foxtrot. Alright, clear right, clear left, here we go. On a bit of a hill here, so just need a little bit of juice to get moving. Great service by Atlantic East, it was great. And we are out of here. We're going to runway 34. We got taxi lights on. And we are holding short of runway 29. Alright, lights are good for now. Brakes, yeah, I feel really good. Alright, nose wheel steering is definitely moving. Flight instruments are checked both sides and the standby. And rudder bias to go. Well, looking ahead, we got good news. Looks like we are number 1 for departure, so we love to see it. Alright, we'll do rudder bias to the right. Right's good. And we'll do one to the left. And left's good. All right, we are holding short runway 29 here at Alpha. And there's an aircraft on final, looks to be a nice 172. It's always challenging landing 29 here because you got big old trees out there on the
Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, cross runway 29er at Alpha.
Cross 29 at Alpha, 2 Romeo Foxtrot. All right, final is clear. It's rolling off. Cool. Got the lights on for the runway crossing. Do before takeoff. All right, ice protection system is not needed. Passenger seats. Oh, you good? All right, she's good. Flaps 15, indicating 15. Speed brakes. They are retracted and down. Trims 1, 2, 3 times are set. Crew briefing. All right, left seat departure. Anything below V1. Max braking. Thrust levers idle. Speed brakes deployed. We'll make a right turn off and taxi back into Atlantic East. Anything above V1, it's 101 knot stay. We'll take it up in the air. We'll climb to a safe altitude. We'll call 3,000 feet. And if it's an emergency, we'll turn here to White Plains. Otherwise, we'll go to Stewart, which is a Textron service center about 30 miles away. So that is the plan on that. Go on button is set. We're takeoff, VNAV.
Volunteer 922, contact near departure.
That's it.
Departure, good day, Volunteer 922.
Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, West Tower, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Lift takeoff, 3-4, 2 Romeo Foxtrot, thank you. All right, final is clear, clear left, clear right, let's go. We love it, thank you, West Tower. We're out of here. All right, cliff takeoff items are completed. 3-4 is the runway. Stable. Takeoff. Takeoff power is set and achieved. 2 good engines. Airspeeds alive, both sides. 70 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. V2 plus 10, flaps up, yaw dampener, flight will change. Look for 1,000 feet, start that turn. There's 1,000.
Number 2 Romeo Fox, contact near departure, good day.
Great day, we'll see you at 2 Romeo Fox. Got 1,000 to go, 2 climbing 3. Next departure, how you doing? Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, 2,200 climbing to 3,000, Westchester.
Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, near departure radar contact. Climbing 1000.
Climb to 11, 1,000, 2 Romeo Fox. 11,000 is set.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, heading 320.
Heading 320, 2 Romeo Fox. Heading select, flight level change, climb power. Autopilot's coming on. All right, we are 11,000 blue, flight level change, heading select 320. Alrighty, after takeoff, the gear's up, the flaps are up, the throttles are in the climb detent. A little cold here, put the engine anti-ice on going through these clouds. Exterior lights are good.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, contact departure, 118.17.
1817, 2 Romeo Foxtrot, great day.
Great day.
1817. Next departure, good afternoon, citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, 8,700, climbing 11,000, 320 heading.
Number 2 Romeo Foxtrot, near departure, climbing to 16,000.
16,000, 2 Romeo Foxtrot. Alright, see if we got any ice. We did not get any ice, so we'll turn the engine anti-ices off now. And yeah, we're chilling. Alright, we got 16,000 set, and our takeoff checklist is complete with the pressurization. The diff's coming up, cabin's climbing nicely. We're climbing at 6,000 feet per minute right now. That's awesome. We're 7 miles northwest of the airport, and we're at 12,000 feet ready.
218, contact Boston Center 13440.
All right, and altimeter is to go at 18.
34 knots.
Beautiful.
218, good day.
That was as quick and seamless of a departure as you can get. I love those departures where you're a single pilot, you got a lot going on, you got checklist to complete. It's a lot of fun. Hand flying that departure, it's a great one. And it was the Westchester 7 departure.
Romeo Foxtrot, turn left direct code, contact New York Center 132.6.
All right, left turn direct code 32.6 to Romeo Foxtrot. See ya. It was a Westchester 7 departure for years, and now it was recently the Westchester 8 departure. So, got to get that silky smooth Westchester 8 departure now on check-in. All right, we're nav FMS left turn direct code 1000 to go 15, climbing 16. New York Center, good afternoon. Citation to Romeo Foxtrot 15.5, climbing to 16,000.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, New York Center. Climb and maintain flight level 250.
250 to Romeo Foxtrot. 25, flight level change.
Endeavor 4921, contact New York
Cool.
Center 132.17.
132.17, Endeavor 4921.
So today, we got a long flight. Got about 1,636 nautical miles to go right now, showing 4 hours and 57 minutes to Jackson Hole. Not terrible, go standard altimeters now, or 18,000 feet. Only about a 45 knot headwind component for the flight, so not great, not terrible. We can do this trip up to about a 65 knot headwind, so right now we're landing with just over 1,000 pounds of fuel, which is about an hour and 10 minutes or so. So plenty of fuel. I think another reason it shows how capable this airplane is, but definitely a long one sitting in the seat. But it's all good. Look outside the window and see the beautiful scenery, and drop some SIA bombs to ATC. Just kidding. Maybe one or two. But yeah, so that's the plan for today. Should be getting into Jackson at like 7 o'clock, so it hopefully should be a really pretty arrival. You guys can see here we're going to be flying over some snow showers. Looks to be off the kind of upstate New York, Ohio, and then once we kind of get kind of close to Chicago, actually no, once we get kind of past Detroit, snow showers below us start to ease off, and it's meant to be not a cloud in the sky until we get to Jackson. So. Should be a really pretty flight. All right, we'll go into cruise power now, and hopefully we'll get higher here in a few minutes.
For 2 Romeo Foxtrot, climb and maintain flight level 430.
All right, climb and maintain flight level 430 to Romeo Foxtrot. All right, 430 is set.
Checking in at 10-9 for 16,000, turn to Gale.
Romeo Foxtrot, contact New York Center 132.17.
3217 to Romeo Foxtrot, see ya. New York Center, good afternoon. Citation to Romeo Foxtrot 26.4, climbing to 430.
What's the Romeo Foxtrot, New Center, Roger?
We're climbing up to 43,000 feet. Gonna turn off the cameras here because it's gonna get boring, and we're gonna put them back on for the gorgeous arrival back into Jackson Hole. So we'll talk to everyone a little later. See ya. All right, everyone, we are back on our descent into Jackson Hole. We're about 70 miles out. We've been given a descent to 16,000 feet, and just about to, we just got the ATIS, but I'll play it again for you guys here in a second, and we're gonna call the FBO. And good news is they're landing to the south, so we get that really pretty approach with the Grand Tetons off the right-hand side. So we got the new GoPro on for that, and yeah, it's been a long 5 hours, so excited to get on the ground.
Jackson Tower, information. Echo 2356 Zulu. Wind 130 at 4 knots. Visibility 10 statute miles. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 6. Dew point -4. Altimeter 3005. Runway 19er in use. Expect ILS Zulu. Runway 19er approach. Hazardous weather information.
All right, so we got Echo. Now we're just gonna call the FBO and let them know we're we're coming in. I'm going to get the checklist and do a descent checklist. Wind chill defog is not required. The temp dew point spread is really big. Landing elevation is set. Altimeters 3005 is ready to go once we get past 18,000 feet. Exterior lights are good. And we'll do approach checklist. Landing data is in 96104. Again, I didn't have a lot to do at cruise besides waiting for radio calls, so I got a lot of our performance numbers in, but I'll show you guys this down here. We got 6,300 feet available, flaps 35, anti-ice off, and we need 3,009 feet. So really good margin there, and that is all. That's all in there. We're planning the ILS Zulu 19. Again, it's ready, briefed and loaded up, but we're going to take it from the Denor VOR. We're going to start this cool kind of curving approach over Zibiv, Zasev, Wamru, and then making our way onto the final approach course with the Grand Tetons off the right-hand side. So it's going to be really pretty. Mints are set 6651. Again, I did brief this whole approach and made sure it was all in there. Briefed the mist, but it's a good one. So we're going to be flying that today.
November 2 Romeo Foxtrot cross, Delta November Whiskey at or above 14,000 cleared, Isla Zulu runway 19 approach check.
Alright, cross to Nor at or above 14,000, get the ILS Zulu 19, Jackson Hole, 2 Romeo Foxtrot. Alright, so we'll get that in there above 14. That is good. We're going to hit
1189 spikes.
14,000 set. Awesome. Alright, so we're cleared for the approach. We're going to hit the approach, so that is approach mode. So we got localizer and glide slope standing by. So when we get out of VNAV, we can capture the localizer and glide slope. Now, one thing we can do, because we've been cleared for the approach, and all the fixes are set, the altitude constraints on the arrival, on the approach, I should say, I can bug all the way down to 8,000 feet, so the VNAV will take us down until we get onto the localizer and glide slope intercept. So that will work out really, really nicely. All right, so landing data is in, crew briefing is completed. Landing runway 19, we're going to be a left turnoff at the end, straight into Jackson Hole Aviation, or Jackson Hole Flight Service is what it's now called. So that looks really good. Kind of a cool note here, not cool note, but an important note on the airport diagram here. Aircraft that fail to touch down within the first third of the runway 1/19 sometimes fail to stop on the runway and are at risk for a runway incursion. So again, it might not be a full grease, but we need to, hit that landing zone and really hit the markers at 1,000-foot marker. So that's the plan. All right, so now I'm just going to monitor Salt Lake Center, and I'm going to talk to Jackson Hole Flight Service. Jackson Hole Flight Service, good evening, November 2 Romeo Foxtrot.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, go ahead for Jackson Hole.
Good evening, we're just about 10 minutes out, and we have one rental car. We'll be with you until Thursday.
Perfect, and we'll have the vehicle plane tag for you guys.
Great, thank you so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Perfect. That is great. So we'll get that there, and then we'll get ground standing by, and that is that.
So, Foxtrot, contact Jackson Tower 118.07.
1807, citation to Romeo Foxtrot. Have a great night. We'll see you. Well, always this view of the Grand Tetons is just incredible. I mean, this is top 2 or 3, favorite airports that I've ever flown into. If you haven't flown into Jackson Hole, it's a bucket list, I think, for any pilot. It's just such a beautiful scenery and the airport. I don't know, I love it. It's just amazing. Jackson Tower, good evening. Citation to Romeo Foxtrot. Approaching to Nor, Isla Zulu 19.
Citation to Romeo Foxtrot, Jackson Tower, good evening. Report Wamru.
Alright, we'll call you at Wamru, 2 Romeo Foxtrot. Alright, so we're back at 230 knots per the approach plate. Gonna cross the Nor at or above 14,000 feet, and we're chilling. Alright, so we got a max 230, we're crossing Denor at above 14, which we just crossed Denor. Now we got Zibiv above 11,000 feet. All right, so we just passed Zibiv at 11. Now we're going down to Zosef, which is above 9,800 feet. Now we're going to call ATC at Wamru. Wow, a lot of snow. That's awesome. The Snake River looks frozen. Let's go flaps 15 below 200 knots, speed checks.
Tower citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, Romru, runway 19.
Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, wind 150 retrieve, runway 19, clear to land.
All right, thanks. Clear land 19, 2 Romeo Foxtrot.
All right, Loke Green. All right, clear to land, we love it. Good gear down. We got gear down, 3 green, no red. Below 161 knots, flaps 35 before landing checklist. Glide slope. Before landing checklist, landing gear down, 3 green, no red. The flaps are 35 and indicating 35. Speed brakes are retracted. Airspeed is coming back, and autopilot and your damper to go. Sweet. And we are clear to land.
Autopilot.
Autopilot's away. Set missed approach altitude 14,000. This approach is so cool. All right, we're revving about 5 knots, right on glide slope.
300. 200. Minimums.
Landing.
$100.
United 325, read back correct.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Right in the touchdown zone. Speed brakes are deployed. Not going to kill the brakes, just nice and gentle.
November 2 Romeo Foxtrot, turn left Alpha 1, taxi to parking via Alpha, monitor ground when off.
All right, Alpha 1, Alpha, monitor ground when we're off. 2 Romeo Foxtrot. Have a great night. See you.
You too.
All right, we got the follow me. We're going to monitor ground, going in. All right, clear left, clear right. After landing, checklist is completed. All right, everyone, welcome to beautiful Jackson Hole. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on Instagram, I do have an Instagram account, CitationMax1. So hope to see you over there, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.